By now, I'm sure you are all well aware of the situation between payment processors and censorship of so-called adult games and other explicit materials online on platforms like Steam and itch.io. And in case you don't know, Visa and MasterCard have now deemed themselves the arbiters of what content should and shouldn't be listed and monetized online. Now, there's a myriad of other streamers and content creators openly speaking out about the subject, and it's good to see, but I just wanted to make a short little video attacking the beast from a different angle here. Now, for a long time, the government, and I do mean that in the global homo world government, has actively been censoring materials online, more specifically information. Everything from the Jepstein files to certain pizza industries with strange political ties to subterranean tunnel dwellers that just happen to have child-sized mattresses with weird stains on them, or White House chefs magically drowning in 3 feet of water. Well, with all these blunders that these decrepit monsters have been caught up in recently, it definitely makes my case a lot easier in saying that they're actively forcing legislation through at a global scale to snuff out the spread of critical information that would expose the corruption and sickening behavior of the global elite. And anyone with half a brain should know exactly the group of people I'm talking about here. The egregious mess of the Epstein files and the fact that it implicates Israel, as well as the US government letter agencies, as well as multiple presidents, prime ministers, and other world leaders like Prince Andrew, clearly shows a massive need for them to censor and control information at a global scale. This is why you're seeing the massive partnership between large tech companies like Palantir teaming up with US government agencies and receiving massive government contracts to create surveillance and censorship technology that they can then use on the population of unwashed, brain-dead human cattle that they rule over. Yes, they really think that you are that stupid, and to a large extent, they're right. Our population is getting dumber and dumber. So to anyone thinking this is something new, I would advise you to spend some time retracing the origin of these tech companies and read previous legislation that our ruling class has released. And it's great to see people finally waking up out of their Uber Eats diabetic OnlyFans goon comas. But even if we win this battle, which is highly doubtful at this point, it will never end until the feckless heifer blown out Karens and greedy Zionist end times cultists are exiled from power for good. And I really do hope we get there. I really do. So don't let this video be a black pill. It's not. Rather, I'm saying that this fight needs to continue into a full-on war against censorship. Because at the end of the day, it really does come down to living in a society that has free speech, or living in a world where you are programmed to think and behave for someone else, and that someone else probably diddles kids.